65-year-old Paul Mutahunga is a resident of Rankingi village in Bugoye sub-county Kasese district. He has grown trees on his 10-acre piece of land for the last 5 years. Before that, he did not know what to do with the land since he didn't have enough money to buy seeds to cultivate his land. However, this changed after officials of an NGO, the Environmental Conservation Trust, approached and offered to teach him agroforestry and also gave him trees to kickstart his project.
Kati ndi bulungi kubanga miteno bajja ni bandambula ni bampawa yakasente kakugirabirira.
Mutahunga now grows a variety of trees on his land. Besides agroforestry, the father of 6 now earns some money by trading carbon through the carbon credit system from the trees he has grown.
Ulala bampayo sente ningenda nali sina masanyalazi ninteka mu nyumba yanga masanyalazi enyumba yange nali sina kujimara ninjimara bulungi.
In this context, the trees help absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and help clean the environment and mitigating climate change. A few meters from Mutahunga's home, his neighbor, 70-year-old Flora Barachingira, has also planted 400 trees.
Emiti ifunyemo bampa kasente ngirabirira mbera ndine nabizukurumba na ka school fees.
"49-year-old Fabian Mutembesi, a farmer from Bugoye sub-county, says the first money earned through carbon credits helped him open his coffee farm and sustain it.
And the second money I got, some little percent I was putting it in actually weeding and cleaning up the unwanted trees and whatever.
Agroforestry is a land use management system in which trees are grown on their own or among crops in a mixed-use format with livestock. This approach has had positive impact on several ecosystems in sub-Saharan Africa. The trees distributed to local farmers to practice agroforestry are picked from controlled nursery beds and looked after by local farmers for a profit. It's intensive work looking after the seedlings.
After procuring the seeds, we put them in the seed bed. Watering is done by these gentlemen you've seen around here, the workers. Then after they've grown to around 4 to 6 months, that is when 1 to 2 months, we do the pricking. That is removing from the seed bed, putting in the pots.
I will help the farmer to pick the right planting system because we have to do the woodlot, the agroforestry and the boundary. Then after that, after we have reviewed the farmer, then the farmers who qualify, we tell them to plant. And for those who cannot manage to procure seedlings for themselves, we approach the nursery operators to help supply the seedlings. But the money for seedlings is deducted from the farmer's money.
In the deep ranges of Kasese district, we find our way to the foothills of Mount Rwenzori where the restoration of native tree species has been going on. These tree species help in conserving the environment.
It used to be a 32-hectare piece of degraded farmland, but through an assistive natural regeneration process, EcoTrust was able to restore all the native tree species and regenerate the place into a natural forest, what you're seeing right now. Behind me is the river Mobuku, and all these trees you're seeing were actually planted over the course of 15 to 20 years.
EcoTrust Executive Director Pauline Nato Nkalunda says climate change mitigation, conservation and environmental matters are part of the international public goods and cannot be ignored. She is concerned that Ugandans have not yet fully grasped the real challenges to the environment, and yet there is a thin line between the ecosystems and the well-being of the people.
They find it so difficult to link the actions with the consequences. When they suffer the consequences, like these days the farmers are confused on when to plant. The rains are not predictable anymore. When the sun comes, it's so hot. When the rains pour, they are too strong.
On agroforestry and carbon trading, it's important that farmers and tree growers understand the monetary and environmental benefits.
That same carbon can be used as food for the trees. If you remember photosynthesis, the trees breathe in carbon dioxide. So when you're growing the tree, the bigger, the stronger the tree is an indicator of how much carbon dioxide they sucked in. So what we do is we work with the people that manage the factories, the people that drive the cars, the people that fly the planes, to quantify how much carbon dioxide they release into the atmosphere as a result of their activities. When we are working with the communities, we develop a plan on how you'll improve the productivity of your land by introducing trees into that land.
Not many Ugandans appreciate agroforestry and carbon credits, but there is hope that with time, many will come on board to help conserve the environment. Sohel Mugabe, NTV Green.